Hi, everyone. I have something special for you today. Today, we're going to be talking with Sam Grislak from Jay, Vermont. Sam owns Green Cleaning and is currently in the Sisters Who Scale Elevate Your Cleaning Business program. And I wanted to have her on today because she's having some pretty remarkable results in the program in a short amount of time. And we thought it would be awesome to share her story. So welcome, Sam.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your business, when you founded it and why you started your cleaning business.
Yeah, so I started my business back in February. It was really just on a whim. I was helping a friend clean his Airbnb. So I live on a ski resort. We're a huge ski vacation community. So he couldn't find a cleaner that was reliable. So I was just kind of helping him. I have a background in cleaning. I did it kind of on and off since high school. And so I offered to help. I was helping, and then he kind of mentioned the idea. I went home, I mentioned it to my husband, and he was like, yeah, sure, go for it. Whatever, start cleaning. As my daughter was starting daycare a few days a week. So I had free time. So I started picking up clients. It kind of started booming out of nowhere, way faster than expected. So I was struggling to keep up with my systems, my operations, scheduling, what to do next. I knew that it was going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I just didn't know how to make that transition from being a solo cleaner to officially enrolling and starting a business. So
It started by accident.
It started by accident completely. Yep. And I'm an eco-friendly cleaning business, which is important to me personally, but also seems to fit the area that I'm in really well too.
So when did you join the Sisters Who Scale community group business owners?
Yeah. So I think I started that. I joined it shortly after I started, right? March, April, was in the free group. And then I reached out to you kind of on and off, asking for advice. I didn't know what to do. You were always so responsive. So
I think I did a ZenMaid training. I did training for ZenMaid on
yep.
how to build your brand on social media, right? And then
Yep.
you were asking me questions about that.
Yeah. So I watched your first course. I think it was how to market to Facebook groups. And I did that. And then all of a sudden I was I had a wait list and I had so many more people than I could just service by myself. So the next step was to start hiring, which is also something you've helped me with tremendously. So.
Right. So how was your business before you started to seek support and join the group program that you're in now? And what were your biggest obstacles that you would say you were facing?
I would say the biggest obstacle would be just what to do, right? So I boomed out of nowhere and I kind of was should I just keep it small? Should I go big? What's the next step if I go big? How do I hire people? How do I train people? How do I set myself apart from other cleaning businesses in the area? And yeah, I didn't know what to do, but I knew that if I kept going on my own, I was going to make a huge mess by myself. So that's why I started early, to get ahead of all of the mess and just have the support from the very beginning.
That's super smart. So why did you decide to actually join the Sisters Who Scale, the Accelerator group program?
Because it had everything. It had everything that I needed, that I felt like I needed support on. It had one-on-one support with you. It had the group support, which I think has been extremely helpful too. We're all in various stages of the cleaning business. So it's nice to see what other people have experienced who've been in business longer and how I can avoid those issues. And just coming together and not feeling alone in it, right? Because it's such a busy, crazy, chaotic.
Not feeling alone is the biggest thing, because everyone as a solo entrepreneur, you don't know if you're making the right moves, the wrong moves. And it's really good to have a sounding board to bounce stuff off of. And that's really good about this program, is that I'm super interactive with it. You can send me a message at, hopefully it's not earlier than 6 a.m., but 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and I will answer you.
Yeah, almost immediately. You're really quick to respond.
Well, my mission is just to help as many cleaning business owners as I can, because I was like you. I started solo. It's the same exact story. So, and you get lost and you get nervous and overwhelmed if you're making, the right decision, the wrong decision, things like that.
Yep.
So you've only been in the program 6 weeks, is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, 6 weeks. I think tomorrow would be like officially 6 weeks. Yeah.
So how has your experience been so far?
Oh my gosh, it's been amazing. So I use ZenMaid to kind of track everything. So I kind of was like curious how this month was compared to previous months. So I pulled a report, and so far I've hired 2 staff members. I'm in the process of hiring a third. I've got interviews today and tomorrow for that. My revenue has tripled, right? So it's like tripled,
Wow,
already.
consistent. So you're consistent, you do the work, and that's definitely linked to why your income is tripled and why I can't believe you have 3 people already. That's crazy.
No, yeah. And then so my recurring customers have doubled. So that number is doubled. And my bookings, like the people that have actually closed with me, have increased 140%.
Wow. So when you first started, you were just booking on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, did you have a client yesterday? I think you did, right? A big one?
I did. I've got a big one. My big one is Friday. It's the biggest one we've had is this Friday. Yep.
So tell us about that job. What kind is it?
Oh yeah, that's a big one. So it's a deep clean of a 4,000 square foot house. They want internal and external windows done. It's just a really big space. The bathroom is like the size of my office. It's huge. So so it's a big job, and I've got, I've got 3 other people to help me. So I was only able to take that on because I was able to hire and train effectively and efficiently. My team is fully trained at this point. They're able to go on their own. I've followed the systems and the structures, and they're doing amazing. So it's such a relief. And I have people, I started hiring. I started kind of posted an ad before we worked together. I started the hiring process before we worked together, and it was just it was a train wreck.
It was. So tell me about that. Like, why was it different to now?
Yeah, I think I just didn't know exactly what to look out for as far as like hiring, like what would make a good cleaner, what would make somebody be a good asset to my business and a good team member to the team. And what to post to find the exact person that I'm looking for. And that's something that you and I had worked on together. And this round of applications has been incredible. Like I've had 2 interviews already, and both girls I wanted to like hire on the spot because they were exactly what I'm looking for. I had one person not show up this morning at 8:30, but you know what? I've got 4 other interviews today, and it's totally fine. Just roll with it.
Like you won't get, not everyone's going to be a rock star. Not everyone's going to show up. And I think it's important to mention that you just have to keep going and fine tune your process, fine tune how to write an ad, fine tune your interview skills until you find the right person. And I think that's where some entrepreneurs get stuck. They feel it's not working, and then they blame themselves, then they get depressed, they don't want to do it, and then they stay solo. So I think the difference that you did is you just decided you were going to do it. You figured out how how to do it, and then you just kept going. Because I think you had one that was going to start, then didn't start, start. And
I had 2 of those.
Okay, right.
And then I've had one that started, but called out, showed up, called out, showed up, called out. So
and you're going to get people like that. Like that's pretty normal. You're not going to get everyone that's perfect. It's just as your job as an entrepreneur is to just weed through those people and get better at weeding through the wrong people to find the right.
Exactly. Yep.
So any other major changes that the program has helped you do so far?
I mean, honestly, it's just given me like the courage and the support to just keep trying and like not give up. And I would say that's probably like the biggest part of this is like, I've had people not show up for jobs. I've had people apply and not show up. And it's like, gets a little discouraging at times. But having like the other members and you to like be like, just keep going, just keep going, don't give up. And, I've had like clients have to, cancel because they can't afford the services anymore, which is like disheartening. So it just helps to like know you're not alone with those issues and having like a good supportive community.
It goes through the same stuff.
Yeah.
You're not alone. Like you're not a failure. It's everyone just has the same thing. And people that are in the group are from all over the country and they're still having the same experiences. So it's not related to, things like your geographical area or, if you're in a resort, if you're not in a resort, it's a basically universal standard that everyone has problems with hiring.
Yeah. And when it's happened to you, it feels so personal, but to know that you're not actually alone in it is easier. It makes it easier to keep going.
Yeah, totally. Who do you think would benefit from taking this accelerator course?
Oh, anybody really, like, I'm just starting out and it's been hugely, greatly beneficial to me in that, journey and where I am in my business, but also we have other people in the group who have been doing it much longer and can probably speak more on that. But I think anyone who has a cleaning business that has some area of struggle, that you'll benefit. There's no doubt.
Probably people that feel like if they feel that they're not making the right decisions or something like that, like
Yeah.
the support system.
Yep. Or even not knowing what the options are to move forward, it helps to have the guidance and the feedback on it.
And there's a lot of different, coaches and programs out there. So it's really all about finding one that you feel that fits for you, that feels comfortable. Not everyone's going to be a fit. Everyone has a different way of doing it. So I just try and be as real and as friendly as possible because that's just my nature. So I think, some people do say it's a little bit different with just because it's so personalized. I think that's
and I was gonna say too, like before we even started working together in the group program, like I had reached out to you about a couple other random things, and you're always responsive and your responses were always real. Like they didn't read like they were copied and pasted like canned responses. They were like legitimate, like real responses. And that makes a huge difference. And we got on the Zoom and it just felt so natural, the like initial Zoom to see if it'd be a good fit. And I was like, I got off, I'm like, that's it. Here's the card number. I'm investing in myself. I'm doing that.
Your husband was supportive of it.
Yeah.
So what does he think now that you've tripled your income? Like, where is he?
Oh my gosh, he's so pumped. He came to my office for the first time over the weekend and he took more pictures and videos of it than I did. He's so proud. He's so excited.
That's right. So let's talk about your office for a second. That's a brand new office, right?
It is. Yep. I just moved in the beginning of the month. So things are kind of settled in. I, finally had the furniture come in and everything put together. I'm waiting on 2 more things, but it's a legit office space. I'm having my interviewees come here and meet me here so they can see like the products and see the layout. And
it's so an office is so important because now it's a real business, right? And then it's professional. You can have all of the people that you interview come to the office. So it feels a little more solidified and more a business. It's tough when people work out of their house because you don't provide the employees with like, okay, this is work, this is an office. So I'm pumped that you got that.
Yeah. And it's perfect. It's in a great area too. So it all kind of just fell together perfectly. So I think that's really good because it sets me up in like a professional manner. And then in the course too, right? Like you help us set up our like walkthrough packets and work on our like, walkthrough and our sales stuff, which kind of makes me feel like uncomfortable. Like I hate talking money, but it's necessary in this business. So, just having the materials available and like the feedback on, what worked for you, what works for other people, and how to kind of like tweak our presentation to show up better than other cleaning companies in the area has really helped me. I have left walkthroughs where I kind of felt going in, I'm like, oh, they're not going to be okay with my price, or they're not going to be okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to close that lead. But going in and leaving, I always get feedback that my materials are professional. We're responsive. So our systems and stuff that we create together in this course have really made a huge impact.
So you raised your prices quite a bit.
I did. Yep.
Even more than double.
Yeah. When I was solo, I was not charging nearly enough that would work for a business. So I have to increase my prices. Yep.
Woo, I love that.
Yeah.
Any advice for, any cleaning business owners who are struggling and thinking about getting some help?
I would just say my biggest advice is to just invest in yourself. Invest in finding somebody who is supportive and responsive and who has already made all of the mistakes so you don't have to make them yourself, right? So, and just like believe in yourself, and you deserve to succeed and you deserve to take on the help that's available. You just have to go outside your comfort zone, do the work, and just keep going.
I mean, would you say that you have to work through your fear a little bit?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
Fear stops us from making money.
Yep. And like being uncomfortable, right? So like talking prices is uncomfortable for me, but I have to do it to move forward.
You're getting used to it. It's just the way it is. So if you do your marketing correctly, your sales are a lot easier, which is like the organic strategy that we teach in the program. So I'm just so happy you're getting such great results in a short amount of time. Like 6 weeks to get all these results is just amazing. So you should be super proud of yourself.
Thank you.
Well, it's been great talking to you. What do you have plans for the day? Are you not in the field today?
I'm not in the field today. Nope. I'm off. I'm in the office today. I've got interviews back to back till like 2:30, I think is my last one. So, but yeah, otherwise I would be cleaning myself.
Right. So we don't want to do that. The goal is to get you out of the field.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't experienced the burnout that some other, people have experienced with starting a cleaning business.
Well, that's because you sought help early on, which is like so smart to do. I work with a lot of people and they've been in the business a while, they're burnt out. And sometimes they get to me and it's too late because they haven't reached out early enough, and they're burnt out that they can't see through, all the red and the chaos and stuff. So definitely congratulations for reaching out early. I think that will be the difference in your business for sure. So, well, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming on and telling your story.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thursday at the group program.
Yep. I'll be there.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks. You too.